what is going on, what is good, and what is cracking. Thank you for joining me on another episode of The Huddle. This is your boy, Philly Foothills, the biggest Eagles fan on the West Coast. First of all, you know what, Eagles fans? As much as I fucking hate to say it, I honestly am starting to truly think now that winning a Super Bowl in only his second year as the Eagles head coach was the worst thing for Doug Pederson as a head coach and for this team going forward. And I say that for this reason. His head is about this fucking big now. Doug Pederson, what the fuck are you doing? First off, no offensive coordinator. Nobody wants to fucking work with him. He doesn't want to relinquish play calling. You fucking suck at play calling. It's time to fucking relinquish it, Doug. You're a leader of men, yes. But you suck at fucking play calling, especially with the personnel you have right now. It's fucking horrendous. We should be fucking embarrassed. We're better than this. We're way better than this. Fucking pathetic. Absolutely humiliating, Doug. But it's not all on Doug. I'm not saying it is. But Jesus Christ. Another thing with Doug, you keep supporting a defensive coordinator who fucking couldn't stop a fucking child out there. I mean, with his scheme, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's unexcusable. Going forward, we need an offensive coordinator. Him trying to coordinate the offense and be the head coach of this football team is way too much. Doug, you've bitten off way more than you can chew, buddy, and it's time to own up to that shit. Because if you don't, mark my words, DP, you're going to end up like Brian Billick in a couple years. You're going to be on the NFL Network because no one's going to want to hire your ass. And you're going to have one Super Bowl to under your name, just like Billick does. And after a few years, no one's going to even fucking remember your name. Absolutely, absolutely unexcusable. But like I said, it's not all on Doug. Carson Wentz has been very, very up and down with his play. And you know what? You know what I'm really sick of seeing above everything else with Wentz? Is when he fucking throws a pick, and I don't care if it was tipped or not, he's fucking smiling. I want a quarterback with a chip on his fucking shoulder. Somebody who fucking hates turning the ball over more than anything. I need a quarterback like that. You don't, as nice as the guy is and as great as an athlete is on and off the field, Russell Wilson, you'll never see him smiling after an interception because he's a fucking competitor. That's why. He's a true competitor. I'm tired of seeing Wentz smile because you know what? People are like, oh, it was tipped. It was tipped. That if you look at the film, that ball was going to get intercepted either way. We were just lucky at the time that it didn't get picked cleanly, not get tipped and get picked cleanly because it probably would have got taken for 6. So Carson Wentz is definitely, you know what? I have a theory. Call me crazy. But Philly Foothills really thinks that hit that Carson Wentz took from Javon Clowney that knocked him out of the playoff game last year, I think that might have done something to Carson that, I don't know. His play hasn't been the same since. And he didn't have that great of a camp either. So I don't want to hear these excuses that it's the offensive line. But it's the play calling too. It's not all on Wentz. Like I just said, it's not all on Doug Pederson. The play calling is so unbalanced. What are we doing? What are we doing? We come out, we run the ball over 10 yards with Miles Sanders, and then we go away from it until after the half. And then at the end of the third quarter, we start running it again. I don't understand. Why do you have a quarterback who has a shaky offensive line and now an abundance of injuries at receivers, with receivers, and now Goddard's out with the fracture in his ankle. you're having him throw it 40-plus times a game. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know, it's so fucking frustrating. I fucking bleed green. I love this fucking team. But and that makes it that much harder to watch this team struggle like this. To lose to the fucking Washington football team. To tie to the fucking Bengals. That's another thing. 4th and 12. Like pretty much the last play of the game. You don't trust what message are you sending to your locker room that you don't even try to take a shot at the end zone there? Throw a fucking Hail Mary. Put Hightower in the end zone. Hopefully he can outjump everybody. You're sending a message to your team that, well, especially to your quarterback, that I don't think he can get it done, and we're going to play for a tie because a tie is better than a loss. Fuck that. Fuck that. It's fucking embarrassing. It's an embarrassment. We're like fucking table butter right now. We're soft. Fucking people are slicing right through us. We fucking made Joe Burrow like he's a fucking 4-year veteran. Jesus Christ. Good God, man. Injuries are piling up now. Goddard's out. Schedule's looking fucking brutal. Even with San Francisco pretty much playing their second string, they're probably going to beat us. I'm going to be fucking truthful. They're probably going to beat us. And then we have, I think, Pittsburgh after that, and then Baltimore after that. Fuck, we're going to be 0-5 and 1, 0-6 and 1 before you know it, if shit doesn't change quick. And I don't know if I see that happening. Not with the personnel we have, especially not with the fucking coaching we have. You know, it's a fucking shame. It's a fucking shame. You know, and I mean, the defense hasn't been much better. The defense, it's fucking been pretty fucking atrocious. Then we got injuries on that side of the ball too. Maddox went out, Slay went out. I don't know what the hell's going on in Philadelphia with the medical staff, but something's gotta, I don't know. I know we've had a lot of turnover in that area with the medical training staff, but too many lower body injuries. Way too many lower body injuries. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. And, you know, Wentz had practice squad players at the end of last year, and he beat the Cowboys to win the division. Yes, he got knocked out of the playoff game. And like I said, don't be surprised if something comes out that Wentz is having lingering issues from the concussion. I don't know if he's been asked about that at all, but if I was a reporter, I'd be asking him because he's playing very abnormally. Even more so than he's regressed below his rookie year stats. He's on pace to throw more interceptions than he ever has in his career, and the least amount of touchdowns than he ever had in his career. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's just the multitude of injuries on the offensive line and the fucking shit ass play calling that's unbalanced. But Wentz just does not look right, and I hate saying that because I love him, obviously, as you can see. I love the guy, and I think he's talented, but he's not seeing the field right now like he was in 2017. And that very much concerns me. So, I'm going to do something right now that I haven't done in my videos yet. But I haven't. And we need a win this week. So, I want you to do it with me, Eagles fans. EAGLES! Eagles! Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay mean, stay green, and thanks for viewing me on your screen. Philly Foothills out.